November 616 Charlie November, ready for pushback with information Bravo, requesting runway 22 right. Pushback approved, tail to the west, November 616 Charlie November. Air Portugal 730, ready for pushback with information Bravo, requesting runway 22 right. Pushback approved, tail to the east, Air Portugal 730. November 616 Charlie November, ready to taxi to runway 22 right with information Bravo. November 616 Charlie November, ready to taxi to runway 22 right with information Bravo. Taxiing to runway 22 right, November 616 Charlie November.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome aboard Delta Airlines Flight 330-900, November 616 Charlie November, bound for Sydney Kingsford Smith Airport. Today's flight time will be about 3 hours 20 minutes following takeoff. This your captain speaking, Captain in Sky, and along with flight attendant Christine Sanders. Now, please make sure that your seat back is in the upright position. Your tray table is closed and your seat belt is fastened. And we recommend that you continue to fasten your seat belt while seated during the flight. Also, refrain from using any electronic devices during takeoff and landing for safety reasons. Your cooperation will be much appreciated. If there is anything we can do for you, please let us know. We wish you a pleasant flight. Thank you.
Air Portugal 730, ready to taxi to runway 22 right with information Bravo. Crossing runway 31 right, November 616 Charlie November.
Delta 2293, ready for pushback with information Bravo, requesting runway 22 right. Delta 2293, ready for pushback with information Bravo, requesting runway 22 right. Pushback approved, tail to the north, Delta 2293.
Taxiing to runway 22 right, Air Portugal 730. American 117, request permission to cross runway 13 left. John F. Kennedy traffic, American 117, crossing runway 13 left. John F. Kennedy traffic, Delta 597, crossing runway 22 right. John F. Kennedy traffic, Delta 597 is clear of all runways. John F. Kennedy traffic, November 616 Charlie November is taking off runway 22 right, departing straight out. John F. Kennedy traffic, American 117 is clear of all runways. John F. Kennedy traffic, American 117 is clear of all runways. John F. Kennedy traffic, American 117 is clear of all runways.
John F. Kennedy traffic, Delta 2293, crossing runway 31 left. John F. Kennedy traffic, Delta 2293, crossing runway 31 right.
John F. Kennedy traffic, Southwest 585 is on final, runway 22 left. John F. Kennedy traffic, Egypt Air 778, crossing runway 13 left.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is your captain speaking. We are now beginning our final descent into Sydney Kingsford Smith Airport. For your safety, please ensure your seatbelts are securely fastened and your seatbacks and tray tables are in the full upright and stowed positions. All carry-on items must be secured. Please confirm that all electronic devices are switched to airplane mode or powered off. We kindly ask that you remain seated until the aircraft has reached the gate and the fasten seatbelt sign has been switched off. Thank you for flying with Delta Airlines. We hope you enjoy your time in Sydney.
Sydney Kingsford traffic, November 616 Charlie November is 14 nautical miles to the south at 4,000 feet, inbound for landing, will make left traffic for runway 34 left.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is your captain speaking. On behalf of the entire flight crew and Delta Airlines, welcome to Sydney Kingsford Smith International Airport. The local time is 5:45 p.m. We have successfully landed and we are now taxiing to Terminal 3, Gate 105. For your continued safety, please remain seated with your seatbelt fastened until the aircraft has come to a complete and final stop at the gate and the fasten seatbelt sign has been switched off. At that point, you may safely collect your belongings and deplane. Please exercise caution when opening the overhead bins, as items may have shifted during the flight. We hope you had a pleasant journey and we wish you a wonderful rest of your evening. Thank you for choosing to fly with us.